Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, this is the National Football League. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a 6th-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Williams. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a 2nd, 3rd reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 38. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 57 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Minshew. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Minshew sets to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Here's Williams to return. And just shutting him off there. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andre Yoshivas, 70 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Raiders. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Out of the gun is Minshew. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Keep it in, they did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Burrow from his own end zone. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for Cincinnati, and even 60 yards.
It's a gain of 60 yards. First down, Bengals.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow on play action. Keeps himself upright. Flush to his right. And bulldozing his way through. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now 3rd down and 7. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that's time it didn't work out.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Fourth down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Touchdown! It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Minshew's throw there complete to Myers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to start the drive. big ones and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Chase, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Here we go.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. This is Brown going up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Brown is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Second and a couple. Looking to throw it. Minshew. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken around the 12. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He sets to fire deep. And his throw here is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he spins through. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Brown on 2nd down. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right back to Brown. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it is 42-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Madison. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
He'll drop to throw. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
An inside give, Brown. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he's taken down inside the 30. 131 yards for him on the ground now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Going for it all. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Madison running on first down. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. This is screen to Abdullah. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
On 2nd down, Minshew. That's complete into the hands of Myers. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It'll be Minshew again. It's Myers again with another catch. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sam Hubbard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Now Burrow on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Here we go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. 180.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Sam Hubbard able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground.
Sam Hubbard, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. It's complete. Abdullah. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.
today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Dak going to start out going to the air. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Dowdle will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
2nd down and 3. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He's going to have the first down and then some. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Pirine is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Hunt will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth.
All right, y'all. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone.
All right, y'all. Peace and love. I want to thank y'all for watching this video game, Madden 2025, for a little while.
Prescott on first down. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be stopped right there at the 28.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
He found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys.
All right, y'all. First off, I want to thank everybody watching. I want to thank my good friend, D Wade, Dwayne 876 Gaming, YT for sharing this live stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Salute. I want to thank Team Retro 2000. Thank you for being here, interacting, showing love. We're going to play a few more minutes, then we're going to go and get out of here. Much love to everybody in France. Team Retro 2000 say he's from France, man. So much love to everybody in France.
Yet as they come up on second and
Team Retro 2000 say touchdown for Kansas City. Yeah, they got me on that one.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Almost interception.
Going over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Okay.
Those are the ones you dream of.
And then Team Retro 2000 say 7-7. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get a touchdown right here on the Hail Mary pass.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
All right, let's go Dallas. Prescott. Let's go Prescott.
That one down the field for
Come on,
Ferguson.
Prescott.
And it's gonna be pulled in one-handed.
All right, Team Retro 2000 say 7 points, both sides after the Chief touchdown. I'm just a comeback.
He's got really good hands.
One of the things that we've seen continue to develop is how hard guys work.
All right, Team Retro 2000, watch this Dallas Cowboys touchdown. Watch this here.
You never even practiced it because that was kind of being a hot dog, right?
There we go. Got him.
Another way to make a play.
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
And again, it's Prescott. He's going to take another shot here.
And that would get a wide
It's
up
all
incomplete.
good.
Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Come on, man.
3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Prescott. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep.
They got me on that one.
And they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble.
Yeah, man, thank all y'all. Real talk.
The Chiefs defense comes up
First down
so
for
the
Dallas
defense
Cowboys.
has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On first down, Mahomes.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
Well, yeah, we're going to keep on going, man. See, can I get another touchdown? I just want to tell everybody thank y'all for watching. Real
The
talk.
Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Setting up the screen to Pirine. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now it's Mahomes again.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They run it with Pirine on 1st down.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Mahomes now to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That is caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Pacheco is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Now receiver in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down at KC territory. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here's 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. It's a keeper with Prescott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They run here with Dowdle. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's Mahomes. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Dak and the Cowboys down 21-14, 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And not a whole lot there, maybe 3 yards on first down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. Team Retro. I'm finna go on, get out of here. It's overtime, but I gotta go doing overtime, y'all. Take care of yourself, Team Retro. I'll see y'all again on another one. Peace, y'all.